So, Francesca, welcome to South Melbourne. First of all, it's a long path to get here. How did you first come to fall in love with football?
Look, to be honest, I wasn't the one that started like when I was 2, 3, 4. I honestly was in primary school, and I actually, funny story, I used to like build like cubby houses and stuff. Don't ask me, but I used to build cubby houses and stuff, like don't even know what I was doing. And then one day, like, the school was like, you guys can't do that anymore, it's too dangerous. And then one of the girls said, oh, do you want to like just come play like with the boys for a bit, just for a bit of fun? And to be honest, the rest is genuinely history. Like, from there I was just playing like lunchtime, and then I realized, oh, you know what, I could actually do this like outside of school. So yeah, and then just a family member suggested a team, and then started from juniors, and then yeah, like I said, rest is history.
Speaking of junior football, what was your transition like from the junior game to the senior game?
Look, to be honest, I think like I was always playing well above my age group, so there wasn't really a major transition. I just feel as if I was just the young one in an older team. So when I actually started playing senior football, it just felt like the same. It just felt like I was that 14, 15-year-old playing against older girls. So look, there wasn't too much of a transition, because I feel as if I was always, like I said, around the older girls. But it was more this transition from local to your NPLs or your state teams and stuff like that. Yeah, it's a completely different world. Local is just, you're kind of just playing for fun and just kick with mates, and then yeah, I think your NPL state teams, there's a massive purpose. You're representing your state and etc. So yeah, I wouldn't say there was too much in terms of junior to senior, but yeah, definitely local to NPL.
Who would you consider to be your greatest sporting inspiration?
Greatest sporting inspiration. All right, I'm gonna go with Diego Maradona. Obviously, big shock when he passed, but he was someone just like I used to like put him as like my passwords. Not anymore. No one tried to hack my stuff. I used to put him as my passwords and stuff when I was little. He was crazy. So to be honest, outside of soccer inspiration as well, I've got a big one: Serena Williams and Kathy Freeman. Just two massive inspirations for women's sport. So yeah, it's good to kind of go out of the soccer inspirations too. Sometimes I know like you want to always be like for your sport and stuff, but the things that those two ladies have done for women in sport is insane. So
how would you rate your campaign so far?
Look, it was a massive transition from your A-League women's to NPL. I think a lot of us that had to do that transition did find that as well. Campaign so far, I think as a team we're just trying to adjust a lot and trying to get that glue together. We're such a new team and we have individual skills that are insane, but we're just trying to work each other out as a team, and then be able to make those plays and etc. that I guess without even thinking about it. So look, the score lines have definitely not represented how our campaign is going. I think we are playing really well as a team. We're just not finishing those final bits and those chances. But in terms of my campaign personally, look, I think, like I said, it's just been a bit of an adjustment. I've played a few different positions in the last couple of weeks. So I think just being able to just stick to one position and just go as hard as I can. Hopefully get some goals in there, hopefully today. But yeah, I think the Moreland game is when we started to really spark as a team, and get those chances and get that drive, winning mentality again. So
while we have struggled to get results so far this year, how do you feel we're showing where do you feel we're showing the most promise as a team so far this year, and where do you think we need to improve the most?
I'll start with improvement. I think, like I said, it's final chances. It's scoring chances that will change the game, especially early on. As we know, you don't really get a lot of chances in the game as well. So definitely our final third shooting, our final third entries in saying that have been insane. I think we've done really, really well to actually get into the final third, but it's just that last finishing chance and etc. So yeah, and I think look, midfield's been great as well. Defense line, I think like all around the park, it's just been really good. But yeah, it just comes down to if you want to win games, you need to score goals, right? So yeah.
This season, South has recruited a number of players from emerging, such as yourself. How has that helped in easing your transition into South Melbourne this year?
Yeah, look, for sure. I think we all know how each other, how all of us play, sorry. But it is, we've got half the team that probably were South Melbourne, half the team that are probably emerging, and we're just trying to find that breakthrough for both. But yeah, look, all the girls are great, and I think in terms of like easing into the team, like everyone was amazing. So there would never felt like there was any, kind of split teams or, you're from emerging or etc. But look, yeah, we all had a really good campaign in emerging as well, and we all grew together there. So for all of us to come across was just, a bonus.
Having played senior football since 2015, undoubtedly, this provides an exceptional insight. How would you describe the means to have so many years as a young footballer polishing your game and professionalising yourself?
Yeah, look, I think, like I said, I've always played like way beyond my years, but it's more just like the off-field stuff as well, being able to play 2015, 2016 senior football and like learning from older players, and you develop a sense of leadership, and to be able to bring that in the team now as a 22-year-old, it kind of sets the stepping stones of what you need from a team inside and outside. So yeah, it is a lot about drive as well. Every playing above your age group, the girls have to push you to get to that standard, and same as A-League women's, that there's maybe like a 9, 8, 7 year age gap, and you need to be able to raise yourself to the standard. So yeah, I think it's as simple as that. It's off the field, on the field, but it's set me up to be in a great position where I feel as if I have both to be a leader on the field, off the field. So
upon signing with ourselves, you made note of South Melbourne's history and professional environments. Obviously, since you've signed, you've now had a number of months to be able to gain a more nuanced view of the club. Have your expectations been met so far this year?
Oh yeah, for sure. South's an amazing club. I think what they do for the women basically mimic the men, which is great in a way, because I think everyone knows there is a massive divide between the two genders, coming up and etc. It's not something that's really spoken about every day, but it's something that is still going to come up. But yeah, it's been great. The facilities obviously behind me are awesome, and the supporters and the parents and everyone that get out to support us. It's great. Coaching staff, Sam, Johnny, Andreas, they're all really passionate about what they do. So it's just made me feel like I could just easily slip in, and all my expectations were met, to be honest. I think, like I said, it's just that final part of the results, and that will come, no doubt, as soon as we glue together.
Now, given that this year has been South's worst start to a season for over a decade, priorities are naturally altered. So then, where do you see yourself and South Melbourne season come the end of 2022?
Oh, we're making finals, for sure. There's no question about it. I think, like the ladder is looking like a bit of a mess to us. Like you said, it hasn't been a bit of a great start. But in saying that, if you do look pretty closely on the ladder, I think one game changes it. The points are so close to each other. It's so early. There's 26 rounds, 23, I want to say, something in the 20s. So yeah, it's anyone's game, but we are for sure going to make finals. I have no doubt about it. I think, like you said, it's going to be one of those teams that have that bit of a rocky start, and then we're in the finals saying, we worked hard, we persisted, and we're here. So just give us a little bit of time, we'll get there.
Last summer, you were of course crowned champions of the A-League as being part of the Victory squad. How would you summarise your overall time being within the A-League setup?
Oh yeah, it was awesome. I think there was never a dull day. We all really wanted it badly, and I think in saying that as well, we nearly missed out on champions. We got in on the goal difference in terms of making the final series as well. So it was all about persistence and bringing that into the South as well. It's kind of anyone's game until the final end. But yeah, look, the campaign was amazing. I think I started off just being a train on. I didn't really have any expectations in terms of being signed or anything like that. But obviously, yeah, coming along and basically just nicely working my butt off. Obviously, I got the opportunity to be an injury replacement, and then actually got a few starts in there as well. So it's just one of those things, and I think everyone knows this by now. That football is just so unpredictable. You just never know. You have to be ready at all times, and you have to be doing those extra things that people aren't doing because, like I said, you just don't know. So yeah, I was very fortunate to get that opportunity, and hopefully this next coming season I'll get some more opportunity there. But yeah, it was great, and I think the girls and everything like that were just made me feel so welcome as well, and made some really great friends for life. I think that's what football's all about as well.
Do you hold ambitions beyond a domestic club level at this phase in your career?
Sorry, guys. I think the big one for me is probably internationally, but I don't like to think about it too much, just because I would like a few solid campaigns in the A-League Women's. But yeah, I think international, I think everyone here that's the goal. I'd love to be playing Europe or something like that. Get my European visa passport. So yeah, but that's still long away. I think, like I said, we just need a couple of seasons in the A-League.
Beyond the pitch, we of course need all the time we can get to relax. What do you prefer to do when you can just relax?
Shop.
And rest.
Easy shop. To be honest, I love shopping. I'm a big sneakerhead. I'm not sure if you guys can see. I'll lift my foot up. Big sneakerhead. But yeah, look, to be honest, I love the water. I love the beach. Love just chilling out, to be honest. But I love spending time with my friends, if I'm being honest with you. I love just going for dinners and just taking your mind off football a bit. It's the best for me. But besides that, on TikTok, to be honest, if anyone else is on TikTok, it will ruin your life. Spend way too much time on that as well. But yeah, we'll leave it at shopping. I think shopping's where I find my outside of football piece.
Aside from your footballing ambitions,
yep.
Do you have any major goals in other aspects of your life?
Yeah, look, I work full time outside of soccer. So during the A-League campaign, I was doing 15, 16-hour days. So I would train in the morning, and then I would work 8 hours after, whenever I would come home to finish. I do account management work. I work for a data analytics company. I work in debt management, finance. So I would love to make both work. I would love the best of both worlds. I think that's kind of my goal. I think there needs to be a sacrifice somewhere, and doing the both. When I was doing victory and working, you need to decide whether or not I guess what aspect kind of suffers. I think my social aspect in that time suffered a bit, but yeah, you just make it work, and that would be definitely something for the future. But yeah, making both work somehow.
Given the country is now going into election mode, do you plan to vote for Pedro?
100%, no doubt.
With the world slowly turning back to normal, we're seeing the poor old Montague Street Bridge once again come under threat by the trucking community. Do you believe our city's beloved bridge will ever be left alone?
No. I think everyone always wants to talk about everything. That will be one of them. And I think, like we talked about, everything going on at the moment, there's always going to be those 5%ers like we had with COVID that always have to make a song and dance about something. So, look, yeah, definitely not.
And of course, there's numerous ways to announce a disdain in highly undesirable circumstances. So then, Francesca Iermano, what is your favourite swear word?
Oh my god. Can I answer this? I'm a big swearer, I'm going to be honest. I actually sometimes need to be careful. 100% fuck. For sure. I actually don't swear on the pitch, which is surprising. It's the only place I will not swear, but I do swear so much. I think it is a bit of a problem. So, Mum, if you're watching this, do not comment on any of the videos, please. She knows how much I swear as well. But yeah, for sure. But hopefully you guys won't be hearing that because I'm a good girl. I don't swear on the pitch. I don't swear on the pitch. Don't look at me like that.